Hi, this is Jacob. Just going to be doing our video demonstration for CSE 154. Our topic, of course, is going to be computer worms. And so we found some really good information provided by Seed Labs that will allow us to kind of demonstrate how a computer worm works. It all runs on Ubuntu 20. This is a custom image that was provided by Seed Labs and includes everything that we're going to need. The most important of which is going to be our internet emulator. So here in the lab setup directory, we can see all of our different folders here. The Internet Nano is the one we're going to be using. This Docker compose YML file has all of our Docker commands there that we'll be using to get everything set up. So we'll just open the terminal at this directory. So the first thing we want to do is go ahead and get the Internet emulator up and running. It all is based off of Docker. So the first thing we're going to need to do is Docker build. So we'll go ahead and run that. This will take a real quick second to go ahead and build everything out. Now that that's done, we'll do a quick Docker up and then /d so it'll run in the background. So in case we need to use this terminal later on, we can still do that. While that, oh, perfect, that's already running. So we're just going to open up our web browser. Our internet emulator is just going to be hosted on localhost on port 880. Or 8080, sorry, and let's go ahead and navigate there now. Yeah, port 880/map. So yeah, you can see our internet emulator here. Each of these little octagons or hexagons, these are going to be all of the different devices. These little squares or diamonds, these are going to be the different routers. And then this is the starting point here. So as things kind of happen, we'll see as things kind of light up, and that'll indicate to us that the worm has moved from one device to another. So in order to see that, though, we're going to want to add some filters here. So we're going to use the ICMP and DST at 1, 2, 3, 4, and that should tell us if there's any, or that should make it so that the different devices actually light up as changes are made. So yeah, now we have the internet emulator up and running. The next thing to do is to actually connect to one of our the Docker containers. So I'm going to open up a new terminal here, and we're going to do a Docker PS to list out all of the Docker containers. Doesn't really matter which one you use. You can pretty much use any of these. You just have to get it to one of these hosts initially. I usually use one of the nodes, but suppose it should work just as well if you're using a router. So I'm going to copy this ID here back to our terminal, and then we're actually going to change directories, go back one, because the worm file is going to be here in the worm directory. A quick ls, you'll see all of our files here. Worm.python is the one that is actually going to be spreading throughout the network here. So what we want to do in order to send that over is we're going to use, once again, another Docker command, copy worm.python. Now here's where we're going to want to paste that ID here. Now that we got that, we want to specify where it's going to go, and then of course the name of that file. So I'm going to hit enter. It doesn't give us any confirmation, but as we connect to this same Docker container, that will actually tell us, we'll be able to check if that file is there. So I'm going to go back to our other terminal here. Since this one's actually the one running the emulator, I want to go to a different one. All right, perfect. Clear that out. So we want to connect to one. All we have to do is a doc sh, and then there's our ID there. Enter, perfect. And then ls, we can see what we have here with all of our files. But we sent it to the root folder, remember? So we're going to change directory /root. Perfect. And we can see worm.python, perfect. Yeah, just the one file, perfect. So now that we have it here, all we need to do now is go ahead and run the worm. So we're going to do Python. This uses Python 3, just so happens, and then worm.python. Boom, there we go, worm released. I'm going to open back up here to the internet emulator, and as it moves through the network, we should see it light up. and I can hit record as well. Just in case we miss any blinking, it does happen pretty quick. So we first start the attack here, go into the next IP address, and every few seconds it will go ahead and change it. In the Python file, that's kind of where we decide like how much time it's going to take in between each one. And it actually is going to be transferred over TCP and port 990 or 9090. I'm going to add that filter so we can kind of see what's going on here. And there we go. So we got our first blink coming up. As it runs another time, we should see it come up again. There we go. So it's starting to kind of spread along this way. Let it run one more time, just to kind of show you. There we go. Perfect. And then I'll Control-C to stop it before we take out the entire network.